Well, I'm joined now by Jojo Moyes and Emilia Clarke. I know it's a bit chilly out here, isn't it? Emilia, disability, not the kind of storyline we often see in films. Do you think it's a really positive step forward?
I think it's a hugely positive step forward, yes. I think the beauty of this movie and the beauty of Jojo's writing is that the disability for our character quickly becomes the least interesting thing about him.
And did you have to do much research knowledge? Because lots of actors won't have much knowledge of disability, first-hand knowledge. So did you have to do a lot of homework as far as that was concerned?
Yes, yeah, we did. We had about 3 months of rehearsals beforehand, and that mainly was discussing the subject matter at great length and making sure that we were all as fully prepped and prepared as possible and kind of would change things accordingly.
Now, you're a Londoner, you live in London.
Yes.
When it comes to filming in London, tell me what it's like. You know, like, because I'm thinking, if you're used to walking down a street doing shopping or window shopping or something, and then you have to film the next day, what's that like?
It's amazing. I got to go home every night. It was wicked. I made my mate's wedding. Like, I actually went. As an actor, that doesn't happen.
Right, wonderful. I'm going to ask you about Game of Thrones in a moment, because everyone's going to expect it of me. First, Jojo Moyes, did you think, when you started writing this book, that you'd have the kind of success that's come your way?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, I'd written 8 books before that, and it's fair to say I'd never troubled the bestseller charts once. And I wrote this story, which I thought might be, you know, a little unusual, but I felt really strongly that it was a story I wanted to tell. And it just snowballed, and in 4 years I think we've sold over 6 million copies. So it's been the most extraordinary change.
That's right, millions of books sold. Does that put added pressure when it comes to the film?
Well, we've kept, I suppose we want to keep it as true to the book as possible for the fans, because everybody has very strong opinions. Luckily, the early screenings, people seem to think that it is. But I think that's why MGM wanted me to be involved. And every day we were asking ourselves, you know, how true it was and whether we'd got it right.
And of course you wrote the screenplay as well, you certainly helped in that. Emilia, like I said, I have to ask about Game of Thrones, everyone expects it. But what I'm interested in, you've never been done Terminator and this. Are we seeing a move from the small screen to the big screen for you? On a permanent basis?
On a permanent basis, well, yes.
Is that what you always wanted?
Oh, I always just wanted to act. I'm desperate to get on the West End stage. I love doing TV, I love doing Game of Thrones, and I love doing movies. I'm just very greedy, I'd like to do everything.
Okay. Jojo, just one really quick question. When you saw this film come together, were you pleased that it was true to the book?
I'm so pleased. I mean, the performances are just off the scale for me. It was like Emilia just stepped out of my head. That sounds a bit weird, but as Louisa, I hasten to add.
Well, there are lots of people here ready to meet you. I'll let you enjoy that. Thank you very much for joining us.